Hey, this is Jerry Viska, your Y guy and publisher of Defyeneurs Mag, and welcome to the 2018 spring issue called Connect. And I am so excited. This is about everyday people that are connecting their deeper why. And we are live with Dr. Carolyn Teske from Georgetown. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Carolyn, I am so excited about this live interview with you. I've been watching you ever since Y Time Together. You seem to be on fire. You're exploding. You've got a new lens on, and you're looking out and connecting with others. And it's really quite interesting for me to see that. And I want to start off with why you exist, which I love. I exist to create trust. And I think there's something really, really special about the way you're connecting through trust. So share with us, why is connection so vital in today's age?
Well, thank you so much, Jerry. You know, I can't explain to you how powerful this experience has been for me. And I like being real, and I will be honest with you, as we were when we first met. I didn't want to do this. And, you know, encouragement from others said, you know, you really should just have your Y time. And since then, my world is different. So connection's always been really important to me, and I believe that healthy, independent relationships happen when people live their own world, but when they connect, then things change. So a very clever person in my world shared with me at one point that healthy relationships are very much like ice cream cones. Everybody's living in their own little space. And when you take that individual, an independent, healthy person, and connect with someone else, then you get an entity. So I'm very visual because that is me. So I shared with you, Jerry, and I think you can probably see, you know, this is how I walk around in my life, living and learning and feeling about connection. So hopefully that will help other people understand why I think connection is important.
I love it. I love the analogy to the ice cream cone. I think that whole ideology is just fantastic. I also like that you share that I like being real, and connection is really important to me. So I really appreciate you sharing that. There's another quote that you share, Carolyn. It goes like this: imagine a world where we work together with like-minded professionals who share the same goal. Connection creates success. And I love that. So share with us, how will connection change the trajectory of our world?
You know, for me, I imagine, you know, a world full of challenges and a world full of speed bumps. And I think that's quoting someone that you know, being human. So Angela, of course, you know, shares that often. And I live that. It's never easy, and it never will be easy. But I think there's always a happy ending. And I think connection helps pave the pathway for that trajectory. You know, and for me, there always needs to be either a solid foundation for us to land on, or, you know, we get wings to fly. And I think that's what connection does. It builds relationships that will either be the foundation for us to land on or to help us soar. And I think that's how connection changes the world.
I love that. I love that. Connection paves the way for that connection to occur. Let's just stay in that for a bit. Carolyn, what is it about connection that people find they resist? They resist that connection. Why do you think they resist that deeper connection?
Well, I think, you know, it puts you in a vulnerable place when you expose your really true self to the world. And I think, you know, you need to be strong, independent, and able to communicate effectively to be able to expose yourself. And honestly, it takes a lot of courage. I'm certainly not flawless at it. But the more that you practice and the more that you just be you, then I think the more connected you can be to others.
I love it. Expose your true self, and it takes a lot of courage. You know, I sit here and I watch you, and I admire the role model you've become for your own children, and just exposing that true self. So I think that's really cool. There's another quote that you share, and it goes like this: when you are real, the outcomes are inherently better communication and stronger relationships. So I want you to share with us, why are you inspired to connect yourself? You exist to create trust. So why are you inspired to connect?
You know, so many times I've seen success stories when people collaborate, you know, in the healthcare industry, personally, when you can connect to someone, and together achieve the outcome. You know, for me, and I think I've shared this with you before, I imagine everyone lighting their torch or the light on your cell phone at a concert. You know, each one of us shine a little light individually, but together everything gets a whole lot brighter.
It's beautiful. I love that. We've been doing that at night. We've been flashing our phones thinking of you. So, but it's true.
That's
I love that. I often say that the world will be helped by all of us when we start to really shine the light on others. And that's what it's about, is about igniting that deeper light. There's another quote that you share in your profile. It goes like this: when you have trust, then you can live your purpose and live your greatest potential. I believe that your next chapter, the next chapter for you, Carolyn, is just going to be explosive. So how is living your why, and especially lately as you're building your own why tribe, you're inspiring others around you, how is living your why connecting to hearts?
You know, when you can truly be yourself in front of everyone, then they can relate to you. You know, and I live that every day with my patients. How awesome is it that patients will believe what I say and follow my advice because I've established relationships of trust. It is so empowering for me to know that I have built that relationship to a degree that they just know because I'm saying it, then it must be true. And that for me is success.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Carolyn, my last really just conversation with you is about, your daughter is featured as our profile as our young definer. Tell me a bit about that journey. You're both in the same issue together. What's that feel like?
You know, it is incredible. And I think, you know, as a parent, there is nothing more rewarding than to see your children successful, happy, independent individuals. I think we underestimate as parents really how much we model behavior and they actually see. And, you know, when you met Jessica for the first time, and I actually met you for the first time,
Right.
and you saw Jessica and we're impressed. As a parent, there is nothing more, you know, successful, right? So Jessica makes me proud. And she, you know, she also will soar, and I can't wait to see what she can do.
It's fantastic. I love meeting the two of you like that, because you entered the room, and if you could see it from my vantage point, there was this light around the two of you. It just lit up the whole room. You kind of just glided in. You know, you were both dressed so beautifully, and Jessica just resonated this confidence and this courageous, confident spirit. So we're really honored that she's a featured young definer. So my last question is, I thought that was my last question, but so tell me a bit about the excitement around Y Tribes. What does that feel like for you?
You know, I have never experienced this kind of, you know, empowerment. And it is so important for me to share that with everyone. And that is why I think, you know, being a Y Tribe leader, not only will it allow me to share that experience with others, but make me even stronger, right? That light will be brighter because all our torches will be shining. So I'm really excited to share that experience with everyone.
That's fantastic. I love it. It's pages 10 and 11, and it's called Creating Trust. Dr. Carolyn Teske of Georgetown. She exists to create trust. And I just think that is so fantastic. Carolyn, on behalf of Defyeneurs worldwide, I want to thank you for stepping into your deeper why and sharing it with the world. The world is truly helped by you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jerry. You are a gift
to
our world. Thank you so much.